Day 26. It is kind of fascinating that we have a puzzle game that has implemented like the one more game like vibe that people have from like how to be like one more round in a satisfaction civilization and so on, like a bunch of different games kind of like evoke versions of this where you're just like keep going. I think the last game I kind of got this from was, because I don't think Ballard really counts, but there's Fidel Dungeon Rescue or Dungeon Escape. I think it was Dungeon Rescue. That's a game where you play as a little dog and you solve roguelike style witness puzzles. That are, it's like a midpoint between The Witness and Crypt of the Necrodancer. And that you're moving around on a grid and your movements are part of the puzzle and things kind of move per turn. Very interesting game if people haven't tried it out. I had a lot of fun covering it for a series years ago at this point. But Fidel was pretty cool. F-I-D-E-L. I think it might have gone on through like a major update since I played it. And it might even kind of be structured differently now. I'm not sure. What do we want to do here? Tomb, Root Cellar, Hovel. I feel like there was more interesting options and they just stopped showing up. Like I keep seeing the Root Cellar and the Hovel and the Tomb so much, but like there was like the trading post, the shrine. Like if you want to try exploring some more of the blessings, it hasn't shown up in like ages, it feels like. The Hovel might be... I mean, it's still pretty good. I definitely do run out of gems, still. The value of the Tomb is going down the more my starting money goes up. And the Root Cellar is kind of all over the place. Because you never know for sure if you're going to get the shovel. I don't know if that... I think I might have special ordered the shovel. But I don't know if it's like permanently a part of the store now or not. Or if it'll be swapped out after I bought it. Yeah, the dig spots help here and there, in particular with the extra turnips. Actually, I think that's a little bit of a boost. With the Hovel, I can just opt out of old gems. I guess it has value. I get to opt out of old gem rooms that pop up. I get to prioritize spending my money on anything else. Don't need to put any dens down unless I just need the hallway shape. And yeah, towards the end of each build, I am always running out of gems, no matter what, except for like 1 or 2 runs ever. So I don't usually expect that to happen again. They really like to give me the spare room in the corridor right at the beginning. It's kind of wild. And like the corridor's special ability is that it can't be locked, so I want to at least try to call it on the top half of the dungeon. The lab. Yeah, I don't need the parlor gems, so it probably makes sense to summon the lab early to give myself the ability to turn it on. I hope I'm not missing something, but it does feel like I can only... It feels like I have to summon at least one of the computer rooms in order to access the computers. Experiment set up. Gain 1 gem, key, or gold. Permanently add one to your allowance. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Each time you eat an apple, whenever you spend 2 or more gems drafting a room... I can't spend gems this run. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Shit. Each time you eat an apple would be great if we had classrooms. Outside of that, I don't know if I even encounter an apple in my average run. And I don't think gems count because I don't have gems this run. I could be wrong. Maybe the steps count. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that one. So I guess I'll go for the security door one and the gold. with the hopes of getting even more allowance. All right, log into network. Is distributing money via the office actually a bad idea right now? Because there's so few rooms. I've only made 2, so there's 3 rooms total. They might all have gold, but does it distribute that gold? I don't know if it's distributing in a specific amount of money and then finding how much space it has and then spreading that evenly, or if it has a maximum stack on each room. If I only have 3 rooms, I feel like it might only generate 1 stack of gold in each of them and then stop, which is some money, but not amazing. You know, with security, my back and forth here is I'm like, on one hand, I should use security to make it so that there's fewer security doors because I want to be able to do a good job at this run. But I also want there to be a lot of security doors because I want to be able to get as many bonus allowance pieces as I want. The real answer is I just got to get the key card or the power thing as fast as possible. Because until I have that, I'm going to be in trouble. If I want to be really spicy, I would set security level to high and offline mode to unlocked, and then just really gamble on being able to get the the room at some point before it catastrophically backfires. Fuck it, let's do some risk reward. Security level high unlocked. So there's a decent chance I'm gonna do a security door that fucks me over, but I have to hope I can either get the key card or that I can turn off the power soon, hopefully. The dark room is also me risking that even higher. The reading nook and the library being drawn at the same time feels like a con. It feels like I'm being pranked right now. Rude. I want the dark room for the interconnectivity, but I might go back for now and try the other direction and see how well I can get lucky with maybe drawing the room I want. Right turns only. That sucks. That pretty much only sucks. I can do reading nook and library, but I won't get the bonus of the library drawing rarer rooms. I can just draw the guest bedroom because the dark room will generate something in that direction no matter what. So I guess let's just get the extra footsteps. No item on the shelf? But I get the sleeping mask and the 10, so I just got 15 steps from walking in here. There is constantly an item in this room. I'm surprised. Like this, I think the bedrooms in general have a high chance of spawning an item, but this room in particular feels like it always has an item. Let's see. I have not yet unlocked any achievements. Besides the one. Okay, don't care about the den, although having a right turn would be nice. But the rumpus room is a bunch of money and another chance to get one of these visions that I almost never get. I didn't know the rumpus room could spawn this early, honestly. Get 8 coins real quick. Hello? What have you here?
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I hear the pattering steps of children running in the forest. The joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard.
It's
a
me.
seed that has served many generations,
I think it's me.
each with their own stories, each with their own secrets, each with their own endings, but all in the same chair. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
I'm not sure how much there was to draw from that one as far as like leads mechanically for me to follow, but just a premonition of just the continuation of generational wealth, which is the most predictable thing that could happen in the universe, honestly. But here I am doing that. Look at me go. Look at me being rich because my family was rich. Yeah. Getting the commissary early doesn't hurt. Now that I have some money too. What's on the table today? Salt shaker early is very good for a run where we have to worry about money. 1 key for $10. Ugh. A shovel. Do I buy the 1 key? I think I'll hope for the locksmith. This is like this is a desperation key, but if I get the locksmith, the lock pick costs 10. And yeah, gems don't matter to me because the gem's gone. I think I might have made the shovel permanent by requesting it, and I don't have to do it again. Which doesn't hurt because I do like the shovel being an option. The patio is useless at this point. I think I'll summon the den just to not give myself a dead end right now. I'd rather summon the den than distribute gems I don't care about for multiple reasons right now. I cannot stop drawing the reading nook. Can you chill? Can you calm all of them titties? Is that the car keys to taunt me? I wanted you like 10 minutes ago. There's the moon necklace. The chapel. Well, the passageway would kind of suck here, so I guess we'll do the chapel. Lose a few dollars. Reddington. It's literally called Reddington. It's very funny in the setting. I don't know if there's anything to draw from the Reddington picture. Nothing along you. I'm all paranoid because I know they hide a key here sometimes too. Like, damn. Security. Access to the real security room, which we don't need. But it gives me an alternate path to the foundation without having to succeed with the dark room necessarily. That means I can just draw whatever in that one. If I don't successfully get the breaker, I can just make whatever I want, that one dead end, and who cares? Corridor's wasted here. Bedroom closet's kind of wasted here. Yeah, we've already accessed the security before, so I don't need to use that right now. I have a shovel, and there's always dig spots in here. 1 to 3. Maybe 2 to 3? I feel like it's been as few as 1 before. But I'm also pretty sure I've seen 3. I don't think I have a reason to go underground right now unless I want to flip the lever. Oh, there's 3. I don't currently have a key. And while you can technically put in a lot of work to gain access to a gem, I don't need gems. And also, I don't think I ever want to put that much work in. This is awkward. I don't think I want the effect of the furnace. The parlor is not useful to me this run. So I'll draw the storeroom, I guess. Giving it me an awkward dead end over there. But at least I get a key. Ooh, and a dig spot. With nothing in it. Why would there be an old tin can in a pile of dirt in the middle of that room. And why did I phrase that like it's a crime scene in Clue? Courtyard is a bit of split. They keep drawing the parlor. Courtyard splits and it gives me a dig spot and maybe a tool. But decent for the health of the room. That's a sledgehammer. And that's a security door. So here comes the consequences of me setting it to high. I really gotta draw that power room so I can benefit from this by increasing my allowance, or I'll be hoisted by my own petard. An item that people definitely wear. Probably go with the pantry. Yep. An apple. I would have gotten allowance just now. Damn it. Should probably keep track of how many apples I get in a given run so I can get an idea of how valuable they are. Because I don't really know. The drawing room's so tempting because I feel like it lets me bypass the idea of drawing something like the East Wing hallway that feels relatively... It's fine as a connecting point, but it's not valuable as a room. So this being the same shape feels like me getting away from not having to... Away from having to draw something that's lower value by comparison. Okay, these both give gems, so they're useless besides connecting. The observatory gives me variable outcomes of uncertain outcome. Let's see what this does. Oof. Greenhouse, more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Is kind of interesting sometimes. That gives me one of the doors, I believe. The southern door. It also gives me a lot of gems I don't need and some dig spots. Greater chance of finding green rooms and lets me keep going forward. I might spend this just to keep going forward. The veranda. Keep my branching paths healthy. Coin. Did I just get the sledgehammer? Yeah, I did. I got another key in my hand. So many gems that I can't use. Ooh, turnips. So this room paid for itself. All right. Yeah, having a sledgehammer and a shovel while this particular room is active is pretty strong. The reading nook is always a U-turn with the library. I don't really want to do a U-turn back to the south with the library. At least this corridor will be unlocked, but I'm so far north that it's a little wasteful. But I don't have to. I have a key, and I don't have to worry about my gem economy right now, so maybe it's not so bad. The drafting studio. 2 more dead ends, geez. Okay, the drafting studio both lets me keep going and lets me draw a new card. That's pretty encouraging. The casino. Games of chance. That's upsetting. Not a fan of gambling, but I do want to find out what they did with this room. If there's any lore in it, but also if they happened to make it so that you can earn something with the games of chance that might be more unique, and as opposed to just being gamble some of your money. I don't know. The treasure trove up in the top corner. Kind of the perfect spot to draw it. I've got to see it. And I'm all the way at the top rank already. I went straight up with like no turns. It's really cursed. But as long as I have keys to keep going forward, I can... Oh. The trunk is locked. There's a moon key? Trunk key? So there's a key to a trunk, and there's a key to her diary, a key to the sanctum, a silver key, a secret green room key, secret garden key, basement key, car keys. How many of them is it? I think I just said like 7 of them. I think they said there's 8 in the game at that one time. Did they say that? It seems to always be 8 of things. Alright, 5 coins, which is not impressive, but next time it'll be 10 coins, I believe, is what they mean. And also, now we know that this is here, so that's important. I know there's another type of thing to open with a key. Another reason to draw the locksmith this run if I can. And this huge dead end has ended. I have to go all the way back down to the drawing room. It happens. This is the longest straightaway I've ever made. It's absurd. Like, just 3 rooms in a row with no turns. And the last one is all turns, still not a branch. No. I want the clock tower, but I also don't want to kill my layout, damn. There is a courtyard down there, we might be able to salvage it. And if I get a key, I can build from the treasure trove again. Yeah, the clock tower is new, so I should place it. I just don't love the layout of it. Having a dead end here. Hello. I'm going up. Do I get the sanctum key that easily? Or is there a puzzle up here? I thought the puzzle would be figuring out how to go up the clock tower in the first place, since the hint claims it's up top with the clocks. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. Roguelike. They said roguelike in the game. You know they did that on purpose. Like, rogue like the moon of the north. Southern, west, north, east. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. I'm not great at interpreting that. But that's not supposed to be there. Clock tower is a black rook. I guess I can keep adding these to my giant ass list. I've definitely missed some opportunities by now. At this point, my list is no longer fake double-spaced. It went from double-spaced to single-spaced and is completely filled in now. I just have a long-ass full page of notes about rooms. Chart and cart. Yep, that's the one. I remember you. Ladder. I was promised a sanctum key in this room. Oh, that's lever. Hopefully it's not RNG, like you have to wait for it to eventually spawn in that spot. I assume this is a clue. Southwest, north, east. So, boop, 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 boop. If it's a sequence, which it probably isn't. I think there's something else going on with the clue. There's a variety of little pipes and things. Big swinging guy. Let's see. I want to look at my notes just to see if that matches one of the crests. Was that one of the symbols in it? Meowdy. So I noticed looking around that this clock isn't moving. It's set to 1:30. All the other ones are assumed just the normal clock. So I just Once I notice that, I'm like, I'm just gonna wait around for it to be 1:30 and see if it does something, because that's a thing a game would do with its clock room. Would just have the puzzle be time. So we're just hanging out, waiting. It's not the slowest clock ever. It's not real time. But it's definitely slow. I don't know how long. It's definitely not it's definitely not a minute per hour. It's definitely it's definitely going slower than that. That's definitely not the speed that second hands move at normally. But I don't know exactly how long it is. All right, we're approaching 1:30. Oh, cutscene. Okay, I was like, "What's?" I don't see anything happening in this room. That the cutscene, they even cheat it and make the hand look like it's going way faster. Oh, that's funny. Is that supposed to also look like 1:30? I'm not sure. Oh, I guess it just points at the two doors. It's kind of the configuration of 1:30, but I don't think there's anything to indicate like north or not. Hello? A second secret staircase? Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, they're red and blue notes. So... let's get to our rules. Blue memos are true, green memos in Hartley's are false. Red memos are false unless they're written by hand. Are any of the red memos written by hand? 1. So this one's true. Every other red one is false, and the blue ones are true. Okay. Jesus. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time, okay? 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. So 5 of them are going to have clocks that are like 2 o'clock and so on. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. False. So ignore that rule. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. So there's 4 slots in a time. Because the hours are 1 through 12. Or 1 through 24, depending on... well, it's a 12-hour clock face, regardless. So it could be 7 o'clock, or it could be something. The minute the single minute hand could be a 7, because the first digit can only be a 1, and the third digit can only be 1 through 6, 0 through 6. This clock should not be set on the hour. So it should be set on the hour because it's false. Okay. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's a lot of rule right there. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. That means that every clock is set to the hours of 5 through 9. That's a very narrow band. Because it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, or 10, 11, or 12, because those will contain 1 at the end there. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. The same 3 numbers, but in reverse, because they can't have 4 digits. All these clocks have 3-digit times because of this rule. The clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. True, because it's in handwriting. Shit. Okay. So we're differentiating them, and they have to be going up in number. Oh, it's the current hand is 130, right? They all have to be different times. 5 are set to on the hour. A time containing 7. A7. Both of its neighbors, not necessarily itself. Let's set you to 7 o'clock. It has to be ascending. Ew, can we do that? Okay, minute hands are single minutes. 7, 8, 9. Well, it could be ascending in number. It could still be ascending in number because they could be different times along the way. One, two, three, 2, 3, 4. Maybe round it out a little bit more, just for the sake of it. All right, so 1. No, oh, it can't be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Sure. 5, 5. 6. I don't know if we have to set them to specific times or if we just have to accomplish all the rules and that's it. 7, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, so 5 of them have to be set to on the hour. I'll make it the first one that's each time. 5, then you have to be later. 6. Then you have to be later. 7, then you're later. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So before 5 would be good. We'll modify them as we go. Just try to fit the rules. Alright, so they're all set to different times, I think. 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, or 9. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one should not be set to all different numbers. This clock's neighbors should be both be set to a time containing a 7. But we can't set it to a time containing all different numbers, so I think this one has to be set to 707. It has to contain a 7, and given that rule, I need to make 2 of the numbers match each other to make it not follow that rule. So 707, which means these ones have to be later. And can't be based on that bit. Let's see, 7... 2, 807? 807. 837. You're gonna have to be set to later, unfortunately. So if we're doing that, then you could be 6 o'clock flat. God damn it. One, 2. Oof. Oh, you could be 8 o'clock flat. One, 2, 3, 4. Ah. How do I have them end on the hour? Oh, duh. Just 7 o'clock flat. The two zeros match up. So then it becomes the 7. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're mostly during the 8 o'clock hour. 9, okay. Sure. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that's 5 essentially on the hour. 2 of this clock symbols match. Neighbors need to set to have a 7, 7, and 807. This clock should not be set to be on the hour. That means does that mean it has to be set to be on the hour? Fuck. So that's why I thought it had to be set to 7 o'clock. This one has to be exactly 7, so I have to change the other ones around again. 7 o'clock. 6. How do I make them not contain all different numbers then? If it has to also contain 7. When the 7 can only be in the first and last digits, and this one has to be on the hour, so this one has to be 7 o'clock. Uh, 5:57. Yeah, that's the last chance to do it. It can't be 6. $5.57, 5:57. There we go. Okay. Gotta make you go back around to F5 again. O'clock, but you can't be set to 5 o'clock flat. So 5, 5:01, 5:57, 6, because it's just in the middle, but it's one of those o'clocks. 5, so 1, 2, 3. This one could be 8, I believe. It's just left over from the other stuff. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's a good sign. So, 2 of the numbers match. But this clock's neighbors, they're both contain a 7, 5:57, and 7 o'clock. This clock should not be set on the hour, but reverse chronological, so it's reverse psychology, so it has to be set to be on the hour. It is. Now these clocks should be set to times 1, 2, 3, 4. We've been... Oof. Wait. No 1, 2, 3, or 4. Right. Oops. The minute hand has to get past... Let's get to like 5:20. There. Nope. No 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? That's like, it has to be at the end of the sequence. There, 5:50. Right, that, yeah, the minute hands get really funny there if it can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's most of the clock. Let's see, this is ascending order. Yes, that's still working. So this is the one that's not right now. Not correct right now, probably. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. Okay. And it's not, and it does not have to be... How? No, it just has to end in 8. Okay. Uh-huh. So set U to the one that was set to an arbitrary date. You have to end in 58, I think. Fuck. Let's go back around. 'Cause it can't go higher than 57. So just set it to 508. 0 is still on the board, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one needs to be set to 805. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, it's instantly done. Okay, so it felt ambiguous at first, but I think they... Oh, it's a sanctum key. Yeah, they're right. That's what we were... The clue said to come here. Okay. Yeah, it felt like it'd be like, oh, well, I just have to make all the rules technically true in a more ambiguous way. But by the end, I think that it actually is a specific sequence of answers that have to happen in that order exactly. Because the rules are just restrictive enough. Okay. I got a sanctum key. Again. We crossed that one off my list. So many pages of notes, kill me. Okay. Third up high among the clocks. I have almost gotten these exactly in order. The first key is the furthest rank. Second locked in the vault. Third in the clocks. But I got the vault before the final rank one. Which is funny because I got to the final rank first, but they just kick you out before they give you the key. Which is funny. Alright, so the primary function of this clock tower of being a... Well, that still applies. So if I draft more clock rooms, I'll get more keys at the beginning of next run, which is nice. But the main thing was to get the sanctum key, which I have now. Alright. So I lost my door. So there's a courtyard down there. Got after a big transgression... Ooh, right. Wait, this doesn't matter. I'm getting a gem I don't care about. Oh well. I already opened it. 0415. I really gotta memorize that one. 0415. By getting it, I'm at least trying to... I guess I'm at least getting into the groove of remembering to get this gem. It's easy to remember when I actually see a safe, but when I don't see a safe, I still need to try to remember that there are actually some secret sources of good... Okay, so this requires me to get the key or the break room. But opening that door after doing so will give me more income, but now I have to go all the way back to the den, which is awkward. But as I go along that side of the house, I will now hope that I draw... Oh, there is the opposite side of the chapel, too. Just gotta hope that I draw a garage, but not right now. Okay, the gift shop will let me get around. That'll have to do. Any changes? Unlocks dare mode. I don't know what that means. Maybe it tells you, maybe it puts weird limitations on what you're doing. Don't know what the trunks do, but they're expensive. A permanent addition to the walk-in closet. It just looks nice. What does it do? What does it do? I don't know. I can come to the gift shop at the end if I have just not ended up spending my money. Oh, the garage. I want the garage, but I can't kill my entire run for it. I hope I draw it again. It has to be along the left wall, which is a little rough. But I'm hoping I can spread out in other directions and keep this... Oh, I don't have any keys. I've already been to the commissary. I would have bought the keys if they were there. Well, no. I remember now, there's a $10 key there. Is there more than one $10 key? How's this work? There is. Do I just cave and buy them? Yeah. Let's buy all the keys here. At least I don't have to spend money on gems. This is eating into my step economy. So we're gonna go right. I'm trying to avoid going straight because that might be where I generate the garage. if I can successfully spread out a little bit and give myself more options. These are both dead ends. Okay, the hallway will give me another key, making up for the key I just lost. Turn left. Kind of with the dining room. These are dead ends. The dining room will already have a lot of steps for me. This will give me steps right now for reaching rank 5. Maybe next time I reach rank 5? Here's a lot of steps. Yeah, that one triggers if you've ever been to rank 8, but maybe the lunch pail needs you to physically reach rank 5 again. Come on, only dead ends? Brutal. That's rough. I might as well draw the storeroom instead of the library, because the library, the nook can still go in a direction. Yep, there's the pail. Well, I've got more keys now, but now I have to go back to the den, so I can't... If I draw the garage, I still can't play it yet, because it'll end my run. Although maybe it's worth it just to draw the garage and end my run, honestly. Just to get the, whatever's in the trunk. Ballroom will make me lose gems, but I don't care this time. The breaker box is what I want for the dark room, but it's like too late for that. Oh, I do need the breaker box for the garage, though. Shit. West Wing Hall. The steps effect doesn't matter because I would lose my gems, but I can't use my gems anyway. But it costs 6 steps just to buy, so that room kind of sucks right now. At least the parlor turns left. That gives me more options a little bit. Let's see if I can make this path bloom. I'll also try to win, even though the prize is useless to me. Because it is progressing in some way. Boxes next to this box contain gems. So what, that one? Boxes next to this box contain gems. That can't be true because it's plural. Boxes next to this box contain gems. True, true, false. They're both referring... They're both referring to the middle one. Because the middle one has to be wrong because it's referring to multiple boxes. Ta-da! That was, funny enough, like one of the easiest ones for a while. The pool. Both direction variety and maybe gives me what I want. I haven't drawn the power room, right? Yeah, maybe I'll accomplish it. We hope things sometimes. Oh, that little scratch down there, I thought that was a key. Another security door. I gotta get the power room. This could be it. That's bad. The security room thing ultimately got me, didn't it? I should have, yeah. Neither of these matter to me. Locksmith for funsies? Special key? I'm down to 1 key again, damn, after I bought all of them. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna make me feel bad? It's just a silver key. I don't remember the long build up to it. Oof. Yeah, that's kind of it, huh? Wasn't this a security door up here? So right now we're gonna go back to the dark room and see if I can generate... I guess I specifically need to get lucky and dark room generate a fuse box. Because unless I could get a fuse box, I can't get past any of these locked doors. But if I get past the locked doors, then they'll also give me permanent upgrades. So down to the bottom, then straight across. Yeah, I have been to the foundation already, so I can't do like any secret backdoor way to get in there. The irony of trying to draw the fuse box from this room, the one that benefits from the fuse box. Okay. Rotate floor plans. Okay. So one of you is bird. You didn't rotate. You're a dead end. Does the fuse box require a gem? Fuck, I don't remember. I feel like no. This one's a dead end, but I don't know what kind of dead end. Let's find out. It's not the right one. It's the mailroom. We like the mailroom. It's a nice room. Not what I needed. Didn't save my game. Didn't save my run, Mr. Mailroom. You didn't save me. Oof. Brutal. It was going to be hard to mentally recover from doing the treasure trove, the Clocktower puzzle, admittedly. That was like a big commitment. My car keys. Man, I was off to a good start. The sledgehammer and shovel felt really good. Things were going fine. I specifically chose not to use the silver... Well, I actually didn't get the chance because it wasn't locked. But I knew not to use the silver key because I don't want four-way rooms. I wanted a dead end. I felt smart that I successfully narrowed it down to a dead end via the doves. That was a great little detail. But unfortunately, it was not the dead end we wanted. Which was unlikely. But at least I was able to get it narrowed down to that close. I drew the right type of room. Which is nice. I have so many steps left to the point where I'm just going to go all the way up to the top just to 100% double check that it's not the wrong room type. Making sure that it is in fact a security door like I remember. And what's a little maddening is that I never 100% know if I found all the objects in every room, so for all I know I might have walked by a security card at any point in any of these various playthroughs that I could have used. There's a lot of room, a lot of surfaces to be trying to check. I was so ready for a miracle. I was like so ready to be like, aha, and just draw the fucking fuse box out of the dark room. Would have been incredible. Got to place a new room and have this new mystery. Oh. Did I just use the silver key? No. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. Okay. So first of all, glad I came back here. Turns out you don't need a special key for this locker. It's just a normal locker that looks cool. Treasure trove memos. Green memos in this room. Always true. That sounds like a setup for future memos to be found in this room. So it seems like every time I bring the treasure trove, spawn the treasure trove, I get $5 more than last time. Anything else in here? But if I open this up, it might have memos. And there might be a sequence of like clues or pieces of information being revealed that way. And it just cost me one normal key. Okay. Right, we're not done with this run. I need to use the sanctum key. Wait, this is a normal door? I just ran out of normal locks? I feel insane. But I only have a silver key. This would have been great for my ability to get the money from the other thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say like 8, 9, 10 to get to the from the foundation to the thing. Let's say I can spend like 10 steps before I'm fucked. So the 3 for the aquarium isn't the end of the world. I can look around a little bit. Fuck. I really wish I could keep track of what types of doors are in what places. The fact that I left made me think it was a security door. I guess the only looming security door is this one, and all the other ones weren't. So we're not actually done with this run yet. But also, frankly, when I forgot about the sanctum key, whoops, and I should have spent it when I passed through on the way here, because then I wouldn't have to worry about whether or not I'll make it back in time, because I want the sanctum keys. That's like the point. Oh, this counts as a rest spot. Oh, another key. Turn up, please. Turn up for what? Alright, one more key for one more door. This probably ends soon, frankly. The office is a dead end and useless. The nook is not a dead end. The ballroom makes me lose my... I don't want to lose all the steps, so we're doing the reading room. I need to be careful that I can still make it back, but if I try to go back now, then the run's over for sure. I can't make it back here. The breaker box. This is absurd. I got it now, so now I could shut off security and get one more allowance, but I'd have to get all the way to the other side of the entire building. Which I'm pretty sure I can't. I have to get back here. And this middle part's blocking the way. The fastest way through is through here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 steps. We can technically make it, but I'd have to not use the sanctum key, which is not, obviously I'm not going to do that. I have no money, and there's nowhere to buy food. I think that's it, yeah. Library dead ends. The bedroom closet. My only hope is that I draw food and the security card instead of this one not getting me anything. I don't really think there's a reasonable way to be rewarded for this. Yeah, there's no way for me to get there. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish. If I draw the library, I should be able to get to read a book I haven't read yet, and then that continues that system. Then I go back to the foundation and open one of those. I can intentionally open the one I actually know the answer to this time, and we'll get to see what happens when I solve one of those. So that's probably the most reasonable thing I can do. So, I don't have the step economy to make it to the pool and do the sanctum key, which I obviously want to spend and not lose, because I don't want to resolve the clock tower for it. That would suck. Watch the library give me food to taunt me. Now that I can't go anywhere. Nope, not this time. Alright. Drafting Strategy Volume 4. Okay, I have not rented it before by accident. Good to know. Tools of the trade. In the world of drafting, the tools an architect wields are crucial in shaping their vision and bringing their designs to life. The precision, elegance, and functionality of these instruments can have a profound effect on the drafting process and the final outcome of your project. That's why it's very important to choose the right tools to complement your drafting techniques. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we will dive into the vast realm of inventory, bringing to light the many hidden tools of the trade that can enhance your favorite strategies and elevate your architectural ambitions to unprecedented heights. From the classic compasses and T-squares to state-of-the-art software upgrades, the variety of... Do we actually use a T-square at some point? I've never actually seen one yet. But I would like all of the upgrade discs, please. The variety of drafting tools available to architects today is staggering. As we navigate this diverse landscape, regardless of whether you are a seasoned professional seeking to redefine your toolkit or a budding draftsman searching for a basic set of instruments, the following articles will provide invaluable insights and guidance for architects of all levels. The Guiding Compass. Gems. You can't have a conversation about drafting items without starting with gems. These valuable stones allow architects to draft special floor plans. Stopwatch, a more short-term, very short-term alternative to paying gem costs, is utilizing a stopwatch to bypass any gem costs you encounter during a frantic 1-minute drafting dash. I have never seen that item. What the fuck? That's wild. Bypass gem costs by just rapidly drafting for 1 minute? Terrifying, but amusing. Emerald Bracelet. Of course, if you're wealthy enough to be able to afford to purchase it from the showroom, this very high-end luxury item removes the gem cost of special floor plans altogether. Repellent Spray. But why remove gem costs when you could just remove the whole room? Repellent Spray can free you from the annoying floor plan for up to a week. What? Where are all these items? I've technically beat the game already. Ivory Dice. Dice are a resource that allow you to reroll for new floor plans while drafting. Brass Compass, a useful drafting tool that adjusts the orientation of floor plans. If a room has another exit, it will have a high chance to lead north. Silver Key. The orientation of floor plans matters a lot less when rooms have a lot of doors. Silver Key all but guarantees that your draft will result in a room with enough doors to ensure they lead where you want to go. Gear Wrench. The first item that can adjust the rarity of floor plans in the draft pool. Although it only works on mechanic rooms, it's a useful tool for customizing your experience. So you can change the rarity score of mechanical rooms. Damn. To get rid of ones that suck and make other ones more common. Another item I've never seen. Ornate Compass. Another luxury item from the showroom, and likely the most useful drafting tool on the list. Ornate Compass allows you to rotate floor plans as you draft them, allowing you to position doors to your advantage. The dove, but always. Glue, Grease, and Guts. Crafted from the depths of resourcefulness and innovation, contraptions are makeshift creations born from the fusion of two or more distinct tools through soldering, taping, and liberal amounts of hot glue. Inventors can use the workbench found in the workshop to bring together disparate elements to forge something far greater than the sum of its parts. Blind experimentation is often the most rewarding avenue for true innovators, but for those crafters who need a bit of inspiration or guidance, we have included a list of common contraptions, components to kickstart your creative journey. Battery pack, shovel, metal detector, broken lever, compass, sledgehammer, lockpick kit is used in something, coin purse, magnifying glass, and the battery pack, shovel, and metal detector are used 3 times each. The sledgehammer is relatively rare. You just make the super sledge out of it, whatever it was actually called. Huh. Doesn't tell me any actual things to make. It's about time for an upgrade. Perhaps the most exciting item an architect can come across is an upgrade disk. This floppy data disk houses a wellspring of unique architectural plans designed explicitly for a specific room. By inserting the disk into a computer terminal, architects gain the ability to shape their destiny of a room guided by the enticing designs contained on the disk. This myriad of options not only allows architects to craft floor plans that align with their preferred strategies, but also enables them to adapt their creations by evolving project requirements. Adapt them to evolving project requirements. Furthermore, the upgrade disk's array of plans ensures that no two architects will follow the same path, fostering a landscape of diverse architectural designs. This is the part that makes your playthrough different from other people. So the storeroom, you can make it so it has a second key, a second gem, or 10 coins. That's one of the ways of changing your gem economy a bit. Courtyard, plus 2 gems, 5 dig spots, or courtyard is always left unlocked. And that also counts as a hallway. The courtyard, and the quarry yard. Oh, the corridor yard. So it becomes categorized as a hallway and a yard, and it's also always unlocked regardless of whether or not you actually place the other thing. The nook, plus 2 keys. The breakfast nook, bacon and eggs, or the reading nook will always be attached to the library. Yep. 16 total discs have been issued. I think I found like 6? So they're probably completely unique then, yeah. I wonder how to get them? I feel like I would pick the storeroom that gives you a gem, although the key might be tempting. But gem economy gets me the most. Courtyard, I don't know. 5 dick spots would be nice. 2 gems would be nice. Dick spots are pure RNG, so you don't know what they'd be. So 2 gems is probably more reliable than that. Always being unlocked for the corridor is also nice. Not making the choice now. Tool tips. Stringing together adjoining hallways has always been the most straightforward strategy for when using a hall pass. Drafting floor plans like tunnel and secret passage are an easy way to set up longer chains of hallways. I don't know what a hall pass is. I've never seen that before. It must be from the school classrooms. Maybe you unlock it from getting a full string of them. That's a school item, yeah. You can adjust the settings in the terminal located in security to make security doors more or less common. If you have found a key card, it's worth changing those settings to high, and if you haven't, you may want to set them to low. For the endeavoring gardener, a watering can is a fundamental tool, but did you know you can refill it with water? All you need to do is find a faucet with running water. Figure that out. Most green rooms can only be drafted along the edges of the house, and the secret garden is no exception. You can use this key on any locked door leading to one of those room positions. If you've come across any fancy ruby socketed candlesticks, you may want to take note in case you can find an item that can produce flame. These specific candlesticks contain mechanical triggers that are tripped when the candles are lit. If I can find fire in this game, every candlestick does something when you light it. With the ruby handles. I don't know if have I seen those? I haven't been looking for them. And then I guess so you get an object that can create flame. Then once you have that object, you then want to summon the trading post to blow up the dynamite. That's how you do that then, because they won't let me move it around. Word from the editor. Tools are cool, but they are only as good as the architect who harnesses their capabilities. As you finish reading this issue of Drafting Strategy, I want you to open your menu and look at your inventory. Take a moment to look at each item and contemplate the true potential they all hold. The same potential you see there is the same potential that resides within yourself, for it is not the tools themselves that will sculpt the great structures and monuments of tomorrow, but the deft hands and brilliant minds of architects like you. I was really hoping that this would have a free sample. I was like, I would open it up and a floppy disk would flop out. I'm like, yeah! Oh, no. Well, this didn't work out, but learned a few things. I am almost upset that there are that many items left in the game that I have not discovered yet. Where are they? Also, where are these ruby sconces we gotta keep an eye out for now? A long hallway. Do you have any sconces, sir? And there's a statue out there. Do I ever reach it? It's just always visible out there. No ruby on those ones, or even visible candles. Yeah, those candelabras are unpopulated. South one more. We have one more secret to unlock today. Or I accept defeat on this run. Nothing around here necessarily. I didn't know to look out for sconces. How many have I seen already and not questioned? Should be this way. I guess this is how I had to get back last time or something? I don't remember. Oh, right. The reveal here is that it went back down, so I can't leave it up. That doesn't stay permanent. Yeah, so ultimately I want to rotate it so that it connects that room back to that room again for future runs. It's weird that it stays rotated but it won't stay up. But I guess it's because you might put it in a configuration where you can't do the room anymore, maybe? Alright, let's learn what happens when I solve one of the sanctum doors. Because now that I've seen the symbol on the floor, I know not to just RNG this bit. Not that it matters that much, because I can now do this one, so we didn't get set back that much. And I don't currently know any of the other ones, and I assume I should always spend them, because I don't want them in my inventory where they probably just despawn. So we want this one, the pentagon. And now I can figure out how to use this thing to make the symbol we know from before. However this works. That changes the symbols. We want the symbols to be, yep, that one. For warmongering. Oops, nope. So each, I thought I was changing what I was currently selecting. Okay. So each mechanism must be its own layer completely, and there is not like a switch gears mode for accessing other ones. Okay. What's this part change? The outline bit. This needs to be windy? That's windy. Okay. What? Uh-oh. Oh, was this changing the mode of transportation part? It was. So we want the... Oh, it's changing the weather part, not the mode of transportation. We want it to be foggy, which is the lines that are near the edge. There it is. Okay. What am I twisting now? So that was this bit. Is this a different thing? Okay. I think this one's the modes of transportation. I have to click on it very carefully. We're trying to go for the big X. Okay. Fog, warmongering, roads, I think it is. And the bottom one, I think, can be changing... Yeah, can change the weather independently without fucking everything else up. I think the weather's affected by other things. Okay, button. Hey! So that's the emblem of the Pentagon thing. That's the one that's just given to us by the book, and also given to us, I think, again by the passport? They might have given us the same one. But maybe there'd be more opportunities for that stuff. Is that another allowance minigame? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Collector's copy. Mora Jai box, the Fen Aries variation. At the end of the War of the Fifth Era, after the Grand Realm of Fen Aries was established, Mora Jai boxes of the realm were graced with red tiles in honor of General Teskin's victory. When these tiles are pressed, all black tiles in the box turn red in triumphant victory, while all white tiles in the box turn black, serving as the outclassed and struggling reinforcements of the dwindling Desolant's army. So we have red tiles that turn all the black tiles red, and white turns black. And red is good. Why did orange change color, though? There's some kind of sequence here. Orange doesn't change now. Gray doesn't change. Green doesn't change. Am I just rotating this layer? Nope, green went away. Oh, I'm moving green around. Okay. Can I move orange around? Did I get rid of every white tile just now? Now nothing moves? Why do these turn red? Sometimes it feels like it might be go logic, like when you capture a thing by surrounding it, but then no. So black becomes red when we click on this, and then white becomes black. Green can switch sides to opposite ends. But I don't think I can rotate these rows the way I'd want to. So I need to figure out how to get these two to be in these corners, because those are the only other ones that seem to ever turn red. So confused. So if you click on white, it becomes gray. So I don't want to click on the white one. But if I click on black, this row rotates. Mm-hmm. But none of the spots I can get will affect orange, and those are the ones that turn red. Gray does nothing. Orange become gray. That's not great, actually. Orange just kind of gets conquered. There's clearly rules I don't know about these things, but like I've been piecing them together over time. From Baron H.S. Sinclair, Mount Holly Estate, Reddington, Fen Aries, 63080. I am actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. I suppose I should put forth the extra effort to drop it in the mail for consistency, but I am tempted to save the postmaster a trip, as it would just wind up here again to join the other 7, which I am pleased to report are all waiting for me on my desk, safe as can be. Flipping through them has reminded me of the many friends I have made and lessons learned along the way, and as I look back, one truth shines brighter than the others. Air travel is much better than sea travel. Herbert. Okay. So this is the last one. The 8 realms in 8 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's Fen Aries. And I guess you figure out the sequence by opening these, and then that gives you a combination for that map, and then you putting it into the map, I guess, will then lead to something. The final credits sequence, maybe? So you do have to, so the game still ends with us having to get to the room 46 again. If that's even the ending. That's where this is currently pointing, at least. Yeah, so there's a secret thing around the corner, but we can only visit it by filling in each of these one by one, because it's out of line of sight. Then the other direction maybe has some kind of other reward each time. This time in the case of a confounding box. Alrighty, there's got to be a way to do this thing. So black rotates. Green skips. And white... It's alternating? What do I do with that? Snap up black. Switch back. So white propagates onto gray. But it turns gray when you click on it. Okay. So I click this, you become red. Then you become red. Then what do you guys do? You guys become red also. I have so many reds now, but not enough. Okay. So the gray won't do anything, it looks like. The reds don't do anything besides change other colors, but that's already over. Okay. Definitely feels a bit like we learned something there. Orange still seems useless. There's got to be a way to move orange. What about... There we go. So you can capture orange just by overwhelming it with a certain color, I guess. Important. It's white up here. White down here. Okay. So now most of the board is white. Does that matter? It can. Put green back here. Skip it back down. So how do I get rid of... Oh, this sequence here, yeah. It does a little lights out. So if I do this just right, it'll become white, white. White, 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 black. So this will be... They'll all become red except for this one, right? And the greens. There it goes. Jesus. Whew. It makes sense eventually. You just gotta figure out what they're actually doing individually. Okay. So it's making more sense to me that, like, every individual tile has its own rules, which is kind of indicated here with the red tiles, which is, like, the first one that's been explained, I think, so far. But increasingly, I can figure out what they do. So, like, the white tiles do a little lights out puzzle with the gray tiles, where if you click a white tile, all the neighboring grays turn white, but the white turns gray, just like in lights out. Which is why when I clicked a white on its own, it just turned gray and then went dead. Green skips to the opposite side. Orange is one that you can conquer. Red turns black into red, and white into black. And then that black will turn into red next time you click the red again, which is the part explained by that card. That's like the most complicated part. Black rotates the row it's on. And I think like yellow or something, which it wasn't in this one, but yellow in the previous ones would always go up. That was a weird thing to figure out at the time, even then, was like, oh, it only goes up. It's not that it moves, it's not that it rotates or alternates, it specifically will only go up, was what was really making the other puzzles confusing. So now we know that it's all color-based, and it's seemingly consistent from game to game, so there's something going on there. Yellow always goes up, black always scrolls to the right and offsets the tiles it's with, green skips to opposite ends. Okay. Got a little bit more figured out. Okay, so we have this one piece of data about this red. I might want to add Reddington. Let's see. Ah. I don't know if it'll just be a matter of clicking on the towns, not the towns. I don't know if it'll just be a matter of clicking on the individual countries in the right order, if I have to like place them roughly where the towns are, if I might get that specific. We'll see. Okay, so I need to learn more about these sigils. But for now, I have solved one of them and opened 2 more of them. We still need to find 5 more keys before I can get through this part of the level. But I need to learn the sigils more, which I believe encourages me to at least try to do another run at classrooms, maybe? But also just record any data I get from anywhere. I don't think I have a place to sleep. Just in general, that's just like my tragedy in life. Is there anything to do with my remaining 4 steps? Probably not. I'll just walk my poor boy over to his tent for his own protection. This is already too time consuming. Anyway. Oop. Tomorrow you awake to find the rooms they stayed as well as your current... Ooh. They call it save and quit. But still call it a day. Okay. Interesting. I clicked on that, I was like, wait, there's a save and quit in this game? And then I'm like, oh, it says it's gonna reset. That's unfortunate. I wish it was a real save and quit. I could definitely use the ability to take a break in the middle of these long-ass runs. Garden shopping center. 4 green rooms, 4 shop rooms. All things in symmetry. 2 new rooms, so I can't feel too bad about myself. We placed the treasure trove and the Clocktower. Yeah. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that treasure trove, because it might have a series of evolving clues. So that'll be interesting to look into and see how that plays out. But for now, it's bedtime.